Oh, greetings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to the Creepy Bag Lady show. Uh, Geez, 2 nights in a row. It's a miracle. It's amazing. It's wonderful. Okay, so that was dumb. All right, dumb intro. Okay. Uh, Wanted to talk about, my phone's going to be, uh, probably battery's going to go dead pretty soon, so this is going to be kind of short. I don't know, not so sweet, maybe. Anyway, a couple of things I wanted to talk about. First of all, let's talk about this whole Roe v. Wade thing. First of all, how awful is it that the person who leaked that information, I mean, government's acting like a bunch of high schoolers because that's what we do in high school. We're a bunch of little assholes. Okay, so that's in general speaking. Uh, there are some students that are very good students, but many of us were little assholes. Okay, and so that's these are just terrible, terrible things that should never, ever, ever happen in a part of Congress. All parts of Congress, you want to be able to trust them, but this is the top of the line. This is like, okay, we should know that these people, these 9 people, are so highly educated, so highly qualified, and chosen by presidents. Not by one president, but they've been chosen by presidents over years. And so, as citizens of this country, we hope to think, most of us try to have faith in that system, that is, when everybody else is lying and feeding you a load of shit, that's the one place that they know what they're talking about, okay? So, well, things just haven't been working out that way in our government. In any government. City, state, federal, it doesn't matter. To know that our federal government has become like so many small town city governments, wow, that's outrageous. Everyone needs to be outraged about that. So, here we are, talking about Roe v. Wade. Here's the deal. I keep hearing about, as Americans, we've lost the right to free speech. No, we haven't. If we lost the right to free speech, we wouldn't be speaking. So we haven't lost the right to free speech. There are just people in this country that would rather not hear it. And because they are elitist, they pay people like the corrupt news stations and, commercial ads. We live in a society where money speaks and bullshit leaks, right? So we have to stay focused, and we have to keep knowing that we live in a free country, that we have God-given rights here, that people who immigrate to this country need to know that we have a set of laws that we all live by. Like to think we live by them. Not everybody lives exactly by the law, but that's part of being free. That's part of being who we are as individuals. If you want to be mad at me because you don't like me wearing a bag, well, okay. That's your thing, man. It's all good. I'm okay with it. You know, we're not going to like 100% of human beings because we are so uniquely different in each our own way. I know that many of you out there, my age, born in that time of the 50s into the early mid 60s, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, it's uh, it's it's not necessary to allow these people in government to try and continue to tear this country apart. It's very clear. Okay, back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. Um, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, this Roe v. Wade thing. Okay. You know, everyone is so angry. So angry. So full of hatred. So full of fear. Anger. Oh my gosh. You know? I mean, it's like freedom's been taken to the next level, and what is that? Really, people gotta wake up now. You have to be willing to read, investigate, be interested, not just angry and go out and, oh, hey, did you hear about that? Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it's gonna really screw things up. Well, who said that? Well, they said it on the news. Well, clearly, we all know and recognize, I mean, even the most ignorant person on earth recognizes that all the news stations are not truthful. And, okay, so maybe some of them are. But they're not truthful if they're not telling the news. If they're not reporting about what's his nuts laptop, I mean, oh my gosh, that would have been that disgusting piece of blah would have been the top news story along with his daddy-o and their corrupt family for months and months and months. Stop looking at what happened. We need to solve what happened so that we can go forward. So that everyone can open their eyes to what's happening. If you want to, there was a young lady on the news live, and she's like, you know, I believe that life begins at conception, that those cells have a right to vote. I'm like, well, that's being a little, you know, facetious, I think. And it's all good, though. That's what being an American is about. To take comfort to know that, you know, we're free. Would you be able to say that freely on TV to a news camera in, well, let's say Iran? No. You know why? Because you'd get stoned to death the first words out of your mouth. Or beaten with long sticks. We can never, ever, ever, ever forget that we are a free nation. That, you know, we live together in one nation under God. Under God as you understand him or her to be, or it, or however you consider your God. If your God is Allah, if your God is Buddha, you know, it's like pit bulls. In some cities, in some states, they're outlawed. You can't own a pit bull because they're not trusting. They can turn on you and really eat you alive, right? But if you raise them right, teach them right, help them learn right from wrong, help them know that it's okay to be who they are. Good dogs, good hunters. Then that's what you'll have, is a good dog. If we teach... Did I get off the thing? Oh yeah, no I didn't. If you don't want to have children, unless you've been raped or molested, been there. But anyway, moving on. You know, yeah, I think a woman should have a right to decide what she wants to do with her body. Oh my God. You know, and that's what the Supreme Court is doing. I don't know if they have made that final decision. I would like to think that they are not into allowing themselves to be bullied, and anybody who's protesting at their houses, you know what? That's harassment, straight up. That's harassment. So I'm really hoping that the neighbors or the people you're harassing, the judges you're harassing, I really hope they call the cops. And if the cops don't come and do anything, I hope you're standing on their property, because then they can get you for trespassing and sue you for trespassing. So, you know, we can live civilly, or we can choose to believe that we have a right to try and control somebody else's thought or words. If the protester has a right to protest peacefully, I add, peacefully. Hold on, I got an itchy nose. Oh, my nose itchy, see? Oh, itchy nose, itchy nose. Okay. But then shouldn't we all have a right to protest peacefully, to assemble peacefully, to protest our government when we recognize that they're not doing their job? As much as Antifa had their right to protest, as much as they felt they had a right to cause harm, bodily harm, you know, everyone needs to come to life and recognize what's happening here. We're all tired of the BS. Everybody. So the first train that comes along that is spouting anything that you wanted to hear or you like hearing, then you're jumping on. But if it has anything to do with trying to shut people down and believe you have control of their lives, their thoughts, their words, through fear, through hate, through violence, I'm grateful that you have your opinions, whoever you are, wherever you are. Great. You must live in America if you're allowed to speak freely your opinions about whatever you have an opinion on. I am also guaranteed that same. So, what's that song? Haters gonna hate? Only you can change who you are. So, okay, back to Roe v. Wade. You know, if they end that, actually what you should be doing is protesting your individual states, cities, counties. You should be protesting your government, not your federal government, your government. You should not be going and destroying people's property because you're pissed off. That doesn't show anything except your ignorance. Okay? Education is how we get to an understanding. Education, conversation, hearing each other, not judging each other. So, not one single race, religion, creed own America. A lot of things happened hundreds of years ago, and it was ugly, and it was war, and it was awful. War is always awful. Just the way so many of us feel about what's happening in Ukraine. War is ugly. I've not known of any war that has not been ugly. So it is important for us to have conversations. I want to know, here's a thing to consider, okay? Everybody's in such an uproar about gender. If you want to be a transgender, great. If you're 18 and older and you have the wisdom to back up your decision, great, go for it. Any younger than that, I would call it child abuse. Because then you're taking away the decision of your own child to decide for themselves how they want to live out the rest of their lives. Okay? It is a very awful procedure that you allow your child, who has not lived on this planet long enough to have the wisdom that it takes to make a decision like that. So for you, I'll pray for you. I won't judge you, but I will pray for you. And I will call it child abuse. But beyond that, 18 and older, you know, if that's how you choose to live, that's how you choose to live. I'm not going to judge you for that, for making that decision. You make that of your own freedom. See, you hear that? Free. Your own free will. Okay? There are countries that would probably put you in prison or shoot you for doing that. So you live in a free country. If you want to protest, protest, but do it in the right way. In the way that they will hear you. They're going to hear you through violence. But it's going to be different. They're going to hear you different. They're going to see you different. They're going to be like, oh great, here we go again. Sons of bitches. Call the cops, honey. They're out in our lawn again. You know, that's not getting your message across. That's just being irritating and aggravating. So, it doesn't serve a purpose. You just like to feel like it serves a purpose. But to everyone else, we just see ignorance. So, wow. All right, hold on. I gotta switch arms. Oh, I've been doing a lot of work. Oh, my old bones are aching. Man, things are so different. And I understand it. I really do. I get it. But I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I believe we have a chance to really recognize the strength in our country. And the people, the citizens that live here. We need to get it together. We need to do something to stop these tyrants that have taken over our government and are now paying people off to have them help take away our country. And it needs to end. Be brave. Be educated. Have a conversation. If you're interested in our protest, go check out my page at The Creepy Bag Lady. Or is it Creepy Bag Lady? I think if you look up Creepy Bag Lady on Getter, you'll find me. All right. So, stay safe out there. And don't get the shot. If you got the shot, don't get any more of them shots. Holy crap. And the protesters for Roe v. Wade, man, go fight your own freaking state government. You know? California, they're allowing abortions clear up to after you have your kid. Think about that shit. So, if you live in Mississippi, that is strong Baptist country there. And they may have abortion laws. So go fight them. Go stand up at their capital, their Supreme Court. Get them to change it. We have to take back our power. Be inspired. Be empowered. Be educated. Have a conversation. All right, so this is the Creepy Bag Lady. Hang in there. Be safe out there. And know that God is with us. Always. God bless you. God bless America. And have a beautiful, 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 beautiful Mother's Day tomorrow. All right. That's it.